right? But it wasn't because I should. It's because I was like, yeah, all right, I could kind of get into this. And then when I did, I was like, yeah, I can get into this. And that's at least authentic. You know, you give yourself the chance to go down the path a bit, and then you're honest about whether or not you want to go down that path instead of sitting at the fork going, shit, should I go that way? Should I go that way? Maybe I shouldn't go that way. Which way should I go? Go, just try one out, you know, like until you sink too deep in it, you can always turn back most of the time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like not to say it's the worst thing you can do, but something that you're gonna feel more consequences to is not deciding on stuff, and then having that like visceral response of thinking where it's like you're not doing something because it's like you thought to do something, then you're like, no, shouldn't, instead of like a lot of times you could just do something and then do something else and then do something else, and then your day becomes very full. But it's almost like that process of thinking about it, of considering, of weighing the options. Because like as soon as there's a trickle of that, like there's so much there that opens up, you know, like so many considerations, like so many things to think about basically. But a lot of times it will stem from that initial sense of insecurity that like so often you can have this immediate response to that just kind of cuts it, but doesn't actually look at it or face it, instead of part of the process maybe is seeing what the side of not immediately going to that habitual response is, and then sometimes going through enough suffering in that spot where it's like, all right, I'm just going to start being more decisive about things and let things fall as they will and not think about it. Because I've, you know, at least especially in the last couple months, like experienced very much both, and both see like, you know, when it isn't so many consideration and just do feel so obvious, and then as soon as you're not feeling that as much, you feel very far from that, and then it can almost build to a point where it's like, well, I've done this for so long, should just, you know, like at some point you just got to cut it and be like, yeah, I stop now, and that's it.
It's the only time you can.
Yeah.
Isn't that the funny way?